Hi, it's Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today I have a video showing some of the haul that I got in France. I got these at flea markets, at antique shops, and at Brocante, which is a shop that's kind of a cross between an antique store and a junk shop. And I love them so much. I had such a good time. I also did really, really well getting the good stuff. So well that this video is going to be in two parts. Part one is today, and I'm going to show some more next Sunday, part two. If you like vintage ephemera, old books and paper, altered books, and journal arts, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notifications, and you will have more of them in your life. I found some passports on this trip. I love passports. They are little books that are testimonies to someone's desire to explore. This one has a hardcover. It says République Française. It does have some damage there. It was issued in 1960, and it has plenty of stamps, both the paper kind and the chun-chun kind. I think this would be super fun to turn into a mini altered book or an art journal or junk journal. Here are two paper ones, and they're from a married couple, Monique Madeleine and her husband, Paul Louis. I think he looks a little bit like Willem Dafoe. These are also chock-a-block with stamps and interesting hints about their lives. These are available, but if that is not in your budget, I've also made printable scans of these. They are high res and they are on Etsy. So you could check those out. The link is in the text below here. And then if you like that, you could print them up and make your own vintage passport. This is a legal document from 1799. I sell a lot of handwritten French papers, but this one is unusual for a couple of reasons. One, it's just big. I can't even show you the whole thing because my tripod won't go any higher than this. It's 15 inches by 9 inches, and that's 39 centimeters by 24. It's 8 pages, so 16 sides, front and back, with these yummy deckled edges. It seems to be some accounting because there's lots of columns of figures here. They're sewn together on the back like this. It does have some dings. There's one here, a bites out of it here, and a little mishap there. But overall, it's in very good condition considering it's over 220 years old. And here's what is really sends me is how you can tell that that is the date, because it doesn't say 1799, it says en 10, en 10. And that means year 10. The French Revolution came in 1789, and with it they tore up the calendar. It started all over again. 1789 was year 1, 1799 was year 10. So that is kind of a hoot. Also from the 18th century is this book. It's got heavy leather boards and beautiful tooling and gilt. And it's also got a lot of dings. But I love those. It makes me think this book was actually read and cared for. it is an ecclesiastic history concerning the years 1053 to 1099. And it was published in 1724. For a little bit of context for how old that is 70-ish years before the French Revolution and 50-ish years before the American Revolution. It's also from a time when printers made the letter S, Sierra, look like the letter F, Frank, Foxtrot. See this word? It says OC. That's OUSSI, but it's printed as OUFFI. And that is throughout this whole book. So it's got that curious style of lettering. Keys! I am key mad. I love keys. I think they're thrilling. I think they are inherently mysterious. Although I have to laugh at myself sometimes when I realize that my suitcase is so heavy because I'm actually toting rusty cast iron inside of it. I really like when they are on an original ring like this, because I like to imagine that some servant had the responsibility of carrying these all around on their belt to unlock rooms in a fancy house. Also crazy about boxes. This is a little wooden box, and it is from a church in Livranda. I don't know where that is, but it would be super cool for earrings or cufflinks. I got quite a few new vintage holy cards. I collect these, and I use them as tags in my altered books and art journals. There's a beautiful 19th century engraving of a girl's first communion. I also sell these as part of French ephemera boxes, and you can see the link to those below this video. I am crazy about this one. It's actually a little unusual because it opens up like that. So I'm definitely going to alter the inside and then again be putting it in the pocket of an altered book. I have a lot on Etsy of printable scans. It's a lot that has 150 different vintage holy cards. So if you want to check that out, you can go over and print similar ones to these up yourself, and then you can use them as tags or what you will. Speaking of holy cards, this is a French missal. That's a book of psalms and teachings. It is not old. It's from the 1920s, but it does have beautiful, cool, tooled leather covers, these marbled end papers, and inside it is chock-a-block with found holy cards. I didn't put these in here. I haven't moved them. This is the way this book found me. There's something about that I find very touching. This one is celluloid with handwritten caption. To me, there's something, again, I am not Catholic, but I think it's very poignant that someone used this book and cared about it, and it was part of their life and their devotion. And these cards being in the exact place where they left them speaks to that. Another devotional item is this rosary. It has a very pretty carved crucifix that has a crown of thorns around it. And it's a little bit unusual. I collect these and sell these all the time, and this is the first time I've seen one with a ship's anchor on the linking bead. It's got the Sacred Heart and a ship's anchor, which makes me wonder if this was a rosary made for a sailor. And the beads are milk glass. On a more worldly note, these are 2 diaries. They're like memorandum books. This one's from 1909. It does have some dings, but I actually like this one because it's exposed the spine and you can see how it's been sewn by hand there. Showing that France was indeed a very Catholic country, this business memorandum book has the feast days of all the saints in the frontispiece, and it also has them throughout. I don't know who Saint Eudoxie was, but I will be looking that up because that's a great name. It's got a little bit of bibs and bobs. This is a blotter, and it would have been used when they wrote an entry using a fountain pen. You would put this down and go like that, and it means that if your ink was still wet, it wouldn't smear onto the other page, which is why you've got some little inky spots there. And then in the back, there's a few little pieces of information. This one is from 1904. As you can see, they are called agenda. That's just the word for a ledger diary. And this one has a lot more handwritten entries. Maybe this business was doing better in 1904. I don't know. Back in the day, I used to collect these and use them for my diaries. I would just write in the blank spaces, my Dear Diary. But these days, I carry a diary with me most of the time, so this size is not good for that. It's too cumbersome. But it would make a cool prop or a diary if you like to work at home or for some other project. This one I'm keeping for myself. The tooled work here on the leather boards. It's got some damage, and I don't care. This kind of decayed beauty really speaks to me, and I love it. I try to get that style in my work all the time. I think it's from the early 1800s, could be older. And it's a gallery of young virgins. Basically, it's stories about girl martyrs and saints. It's not in great condition. It's got a lot of foxing on the pages throughout. But I like that. To me, that just adds personality. And again, makes me think this book was used and really cared for. It's also got some damage to the spine. My point is, I can give myself permission to make this into an altered book and give it a new life. I think I'm going to be making it into a kind of an altered prayer book. And I made one a few months back. If you're curious about what this might end up looking like, there's a link to that video flip through in the text below this. It will definitely incorporate these unintentionally hilarious engravings. Please join me next Sunday for French Flea Market Haul Part 2. In addition to books and paper, it will feature buttons, lace, textiles, and maps. I am putting together an upcoming video about printers and printing. It will be short because I don't know a whole lot, but I get asked about it all the time. So I just thought I would get what I do know all in one place. If you have any specific questions about printers or printing, please let me know in the comments below this video, and if I don't know the answer, I'll try to find someone who does, and we'll get that in the video. If you have any other questions, just let me know or drop me a line. Until later, I hope everyone is having a creative weekend. Bye.